and rationalize the denominator. That means we can't have a radical in the denominator, but there also can be no I either.
I just choked on my water.
I'm gonna run out of space.
What if you did put I in the denominator?
That's wrong.
It's illegal.
You're gonna get a ticket. Yeah, math ticket.
You just can't do it.
What's with your voice today? You're like, just gotta go
Okay. So guys, so in example 7, what do we want to do to get rid of the radical in the denominator?
Multiply by.
Multiply both the top and the bottom by 3.
3 square roots of 5 would work. Anything else we could multiply by?
Square root.
Square root of what?
5.
Yeah, you can do 3 square roots of 5, or you can just multiply by the square root of 5. We don't really care that the 3's down there, so you can either multiply, so I can show it both ways. You can multiply what Ethan had said, this will work, you just have a little more work to do to simplify, or you can just multiply by the square root of 5. I'll show you guys this first. So square root of 5 times square root of 5 is the square root of 25, which is this 5. But we still have to simplify. So I'm going to have to divide these both by 5. Now what Ethan did up on the top, it'd be 30 square roots of 5 over, this would be 3 times 3, which is 9, and then square root of 25. So this will end up being 45, and so you just have to simplify it as well. It's just they're bigger numbers. It'll still simplify to be this. We just divide them each by, what would we divide by this time? 15?
Yep.
Yeah.
So either way works.
See, there was a reason I didn't want to play Pictionary.
Okay.
It's gonna damage
I
you.
came over here again because you said sorry.
Okay,
But if you're gonna start again.
don't bring the fight back up. Just drop it. Okay, number 8. Again, we don't like the. I looked and I thought you had different color shoes on. Like real quick, I was like, wait, you black and white shoes. Okay, sorry. So there's no I in the denominator.
So artsy over there.
Yeah. So what are we going to multiply to get the I out of the denominator? Just I. You can multiply by 4i if you wanted to, but actually just using I works probably a little bit quicker. Okay? What's that? -1. Remember I is just the square root of -1. It's I squared that's -1. So you probably want to stick with trying to get rid of the I right now. So this is 7i on top, and then this would be in 4 times a -1. So this would be a -4 on the bottom. Now if you're checking your work, just so you know, the negative could be on the top or the bottom. So if the answer says this, it's the same thing. So the negative could be top or bottom. All right, so number 9.
It's for what?
What's that?
It's for what?
Yes.
I thought he said I spilled our milk
I thought you said something about a squirrel, so.
What did he actually say?
Can you scroll back up?
Oh.
What is it?
I like when he Because he needs glasses.
This is not here. This is not here. We can't say that. Just watch. So
Just reasons to laugh at my students. Okay.
She's adding it to her book.
All right.
so just.
Okay. So we're gonna multiply. We're gonna multiply by I on the top and bottom. But this time we have I-N. Now careful, we don't want to just cancel the I squareds. Remember, we can't do that with a subtraction in the middle, but I squared is -1 for both of those.
What the heck are they laughing at? This Doug is like, why did I pick my teacher?
Today is just like a weird day in algebra 2.
My other job would be very boring.
I divided both of those by like the twos and I get 6 by 2.
So you can't find the 3 by 2.
Okay.
So if you work with this, you can separate side, right? Like you said, you could simplify, but yeah. Okay, guys, real quick. So Ethan just asked, he saw the 6/2 and he wanted to simplify this. The only way you could do that is if you can simplify both of those by 6 or like by some value. But since the 3 and the 2 aren't divisible by the same number, we can't simplify. We have to be able to simplify all the terms by the same thing. So that's a good question. So here again, we're going to multiply by I. So again, I squared is -1.
What?
Do you know?
What is it?
I'll tell you.
This,
I made you go to the counseling room for bowling. This is really not nice. It's just not so Just because I can't see them.
Do you ever consider glasses?
you had glasses 2 years ago. You didn't get one out of one.
I just stopped wearing Next time I'll go like. Just because I can't see the board.
I can't see
All right.
the board Nathan Lane at all.
So guys, number 11. So now we can't just multiply by I. Do you guys remember how we're going to get rid of that I and denominator? Yeah, we're going to do FOIL, and so we're going to use that conjugate here. So again, this is why we did like the warm-up questions we did, why we did those first few problems, to remind you guys that if I multiply by the conjugate, it gets rid of the roots, but it also gets rid of i's. Now if I do that to the bottom, I have to do that to the top.
Nick.
But this is good because the bottom, the i's will cancel out, it'll just be a nice whole number.
It's Kinsey, she'll laugh all day about it.
Here, how do you feel?
I like people who laugh easily. I think that's a good quality.
I love making people laugh.
When people don't laugh much, I'm kind of sad for them sometimes. Like, no, you laugh.
I feel like if someone saw like
Asian?
yeah.
Lola told you and you just had that blank stare like,
Like, oh, I get this
this a lot.
Okay, so again, now this one's a little bit tougher because we have to foil on the top and the bottom. So we'll have to foil on the top and the bottom here.
That's
But whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do the top. So that's why we're choosing that same thing to multiply by, and it's the conjugate of the bottom.
Whoa, who's yelling?
Yeah, we're being quiet here.
I'm sure. We haven't been loud at all.
They're like, who's fighting?
Miss Wohlers is being loud.
She's always loud.
She was so funny. She asked if we could hear, because we watched the basketball games at home on YouTube. And she said, "Can you hear me yelling and like what I'm saying?" Like, actually no, but she's so worried. She's not quiet.
Dude, that game though, they were losing and then.
Yeah, so we were watching the boys' game. I was
Oh.
listening. Sorry, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was like the boys' game. I kept hoping something good would turn around there. No one dunked last night.
Who in here plays basketball?
Jackson.
Just Jack?
Mr. Donahue is a big fan of when Jax goes in. He thinks Jax is a good guy.
Yeah, Mr. Donahue really likes Jax.
Yeah,
he
it's
does.
true.
He's like, oh, Jax did that perfect. He's the definition of perfection.
Jax is the best person in this class. He's my favorite student.
Because yesterday he actually said he wanted Jax to get in the game, and I thought he said Jax, so I was like, who's Jack on the basketball team? He said Jax. Like, so I was like,
See, it's funny because when you're teaching the same school, you know who people are.
yeah. What would we have to talk about otherwise? All right.
Albie and Kinsey.
Wait, oh wait,
And he'll be like, what? We were there doing skits.
I have
and
a
I
question.
thought-
Wasn't it like
Was it minus?
I'm just wondering. Maybe I didn't.
Put it down.
No, they were both negative. It's a plus.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's totally possible I did something wrong, so no, I was fine to go back. Oh shoot, did I record the second half? I did. Okay, good.